Hey whales, good morning. Happy Sunday. It's June the 22nd. Let's recap the markets and go over Tesla. For those that don't know me though, I'm a full-time trader. I do these updates every single day. And to give you an idea in terms of how I'm doing so far for my trades, you can see here up 77K USD year to date, guys. 58% win rate. Super proud of myself so far. And from the calendar view for this month here in June, again, solid month. And hopefully I can keep up this momentum for the last week here in June. For all my trades, guys, everything that you see here from Oscar, Palantir, Robinhood, Tesla, etc., I post all my entries, target, stop losses here in Discord. So once you come to Discord, you get access to the day trade ideas, you get access to the swing trade signals as well, and you get to know exactly when I get in and get out of trade. So you're never alone, and you get to trade with me, and we'll make a lot of money together. So I look forward to seeing you here in Discord. The link is in the bio for you to join. Okay, so with that said, let's jump into Tesla, guys, for this week. So coming into this week, we are expecting Tesla to, not only just Tesla, but the markets to show some sign of weakness going into July, right? Typically, the last 2 weeks in June is bearish in terms of a seasonality standpoint. July is typically when the markets start recovering. So if that's sort of the case, all these news surrounding World War III, Iran, etc., it's going to negatively affect the market. So in terms of the overall structure, though, in a weekly time frame, you can see that Tesla is still within a bullish uptrend, a wave 1, 2, and then we're still working on a larger degree third wave. However, within this sort of shorter time cycles, right, we just got to get through a little bit of uncertainty here. If I go down to the 4-hour time frame, let's go down to the 4-hour on the S&P 500 first. You can see for the S&P 500, we put in a wave 1, 2, and now possibly a 3, blue 4, 5, finishing off all of a wave 1. You can see that we are starting to build bearish divergences across the board on the series of 3s, 4s, and 5s on the smaller cycles. Now, surprise, wave 5 could be in already, and the top is in. And we go for an ABC structure down. And the reason why that also makes sense, if you take a look at the daily time frame, again, bearish divergences forming on Tesla, right? Lower highs on the RSI, higher highs on price. We also see this pivot starting to give up as well. So who's to say that maybe if this is a top, it needs to reset, come back down, form bullish divergence, and then reset and go higher. So that could be, a very big possibility here on the S&P 500. If I go to Tesla on the 4-hour time frame as well, again, the primary count from the lows is that all of this is a wave 1 high, W, X, Y coming down for a wave 2. This X to the Y would coincide with that deeper wave 2 retrace on the S&P 500. You can see, again, wave 1 to the 2. This would coincide with Tesla with the X to the Y for a 2. Now, surprise again, the X wave could be in, and we're starting this trek on this 2 wave here. All right, now, the bullish path would be that if Tesla holds this low at 273 and all of a wave 2 low is in. All right, so we just have to wait and see. However, just realize that the 2 weeks end of June is typically very bearish historically, right? So there is going to be some selling pressure. We'll have to wait and see. The robo-taxi as well. Could it be a sell to news event incoming for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? So just be prepared, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if this happens. I've been mentioning this possibly happening, right, over the last, I would say, 2 or 3 weeks already. So if it does occur, you're looking at possible. Let's take a look at sort of the extension levels. 240 would be a pretty interesting level there for Tesla, okay? Let's also take some fib and build some confluence. Yeah, so it can bounce off 259, but there is bigger confluence here around 240, 235. So that's worst case scenario, right? If it does dump here. Still too early to tell, guys, right? Because we still have Tesla here at 297 to 286. This can also hold, right? But if SPY puts in this larger degree correction, right, then of course Tesla is going to go lower. Okay, but overall, right, we'll still call the bullish path. Let's see if the S&P can make one more high. I also want to take a look at Apple because Apple is also a good indicator as well, right? So Apple does look like, possible coming down to 186 as well. So if Apple, that makes up a chunk of the S&P, is also bearish, look for potential bearishness across the board. Let's see, right? Still too early to tell. We'll give it a few days, but overall, just be prepared. And keep you guys updated. Again, come join Discord, guys, right? I give all my entries, everything there in Discord, so you'll always have someone that, can give you the perfect entries ready to go. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great rest of your Sunday coming up.